Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Message from Deep Space. I'm Alex Rose, aka Safety Net, and we are here on week number 33. So, let's see where we last left off. Right, we talked about a little bit of sociological concepts. So, we went from talking about grammatical concepts and linguistic concepts to talking about individual people, individual aliens, and the concept of living and dying. And I think I took a guess at having children, but I really am confident that this one is wrong. So hopefully we get a little bit more information, a little bit more specificity on what's happening with that there. Okay, now let's take a look at this new word. Oh, and Bautista has something to say. Oh, right, because Akers mentioned that there were a lot of 22s in this collection. Why are there so many 22s? To throw you off. Merely a blue herring. Don't you mean a red herring? Why'd you say a blue herring? To throw you off. Batista is a tricky one. Okay, so we have a new word. It's a noun, and it is the most less than. So, in this case, we have a bunch of. Does that mean smallest? Like it's this. If it's the smallest, then that would be negative 39. Okay, easy come, easy go. Smallest. Example. Dr. Akers has the smallest brain in the room. Hey now, where in the world is this coming from? But the biggest heart. Well, alright then. I timidly, cautiously accept your compliment. Okay, so if we got smallest, makes sense the next one would be biggest. I wish the aliens talked normal. You have been over this. Yeah, I know. I'm just complaining. I just see things like adjective opposite and verb with, and it trips me up sometimes. What is this with even for? Feels useless. I would say the same about you. Batista's swinging today. Hey! Hey, lay off of, Acres. It clicks for me, but I suspect that's my familiarity with Japanese. Japanese sentences are often rounded by a desu or da sound. It holds the meaning itself, but modifies the preceding verb or adjective. You speak Japanese? For research, I'm guessing? Well, funny enough, the small bits I learned were before I even wanted to be a linguist. How'd you pick it up? Following the Korean conflict, my father was stationed at the Misawa Air Base. Oh, sweet. How long? Well, 2 years, but I wouldn't call it sweet. It was beautiful walking down to the ocean from time to time, but it was very small base. Not the kind made for families. I didn't want to be there at first. Oh yeah? It was just before graduating high school. We weren't even supposed to move again, but you know how that goes. I had just finally made friends too, met some good people. We were supposed to go to the University of Massachusetts together. But of course, my father had his duties. Well, you still made it back there, didn't you? For undergrad, right? I did. Must have been great to see them again. Yeah, it would have. You never saw them? Never really worked out. 2 years is a long time for 17-year-olds to be apart. They all knew each other since grade school. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get it. I moved around a bunch too, and like you learn to make friends fast, but you do miss the people that you leave behind. Okay, so let's see here. We now have a new word. Now, like I said, we got smallest, so it would make sense for this to just be biggest. So biggest is smallest opposite. Biggest example. Dr. Akers has the biggest heart in the room. Aw, thanks, Batista. Wait a minute, don't say the second half. Don't you finish that sentence, I swear to the heavens above, I will turn off the log. But the smallest Brit. And it just cuts off there, which is crazy. Okay, so if we take the biggest and subtract the smallest from this collection, we have 63 minus 4 is 59. Back in the realm of easy math. Okay, so Carrie, you learned Japanese just by what, osmosis? You just absorbed it being there? Something like that. It might surprise you how little you can learn by being there. When you're on base, it's basically a small pocket of America. Though, like I said, the water was beautiful. So I'd walk to the harbor after school, I'd watch the sunset over the waves, or on the weekends, I'd watch the fishermen go out with the rolling fog in the mornings. I'd listen to the way they spoke, vowels much sharper and flatter than American English, to which I was accustomed. That whole scene was tranquil, and I even made a friend there, a sweet girl named Nozomi. Did she know English? Not at all. And you didn't know Japanese? Not one bit. How in the world did you two discuss anything? That was the fun part. We spotted each other at the pier, both of us bored, so we walked up to each other, made eye contact, and, well, we tried to speak to each other, but it didn't really go anywhere. And I'll tell you something, it was the best first impression I had ever experienced. What's that say about how you viewed people back then? No, I don't mean that negatively, haha. I've never felt misanthropic, maybe a little frustrated with my dad or the Air Force, but never with humanity as a whole. I more meant that she was kind. I couldn't tell you what she said, but I could tell you her intent. It was an odd realization that the two aren't so closely tied together. Yeah, but there you have the advantage of intonation. Here we only have the advantage of ideas. Okay, let's solve this one before we go through this recorded log. Okay, so we want to, this is something, it wants the average, the smallest, and the biggest. Okay, so we gotta break out our calculator. Okay, so that's gonna be 64, plus 1, 65, plus 2 is 67, plus 61 is 128, and plus 45 is 173. Plus 21 is 104. Plus 12 is 206. Plus 16 is 222. Plus 8 is 230. I don't think that divides cleanly. Maybe they're testing us on another math thing here. So then our answers would be 25.5 repeating for the average. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, there's 9 things. The smallest is 1, and the largest is 64. Okay, now, so, got this first thing wrong, probably, because it just feels like the most likely thing to have done. Okay, so let's see. We have 64 plus 1 plus 2 plus 61 plus 45 plus 21 plus 12 plus 16 plus 8 is 230. So that is 230. 230 divided by 9 is 25.5 repeating. And what if we round? So, seriously, Carrie, what did you two talk about? You and, Nozomi? It's Nozomi, but yes. We eventually learned bits and pieces of the other's language. We'd point to things and hold objects, but it was lots of laughter for a good while. That was about all we could communicate. Laughter's the universal language, after all. Well, not for aliens. Maybe. We don't know that they don't laugh. All I know is you don't laugh, Bautista. I laugh. When's the last time you laughed? Last night. I don't believe you. Why'd you laugh? I called my wife, and she made a funny joke. I always forget that you're married. I never picture you the, how do I put this politely? The loving kind. What a nice thing to say to someone. But it's true. Maybe consider that payback for what you said. So mean. Okay. So let's see. They want to know the mean, the smallest, and the biggest. Uh, so we're reasonably confident about these numbers. Now, is it possible that they want the median number? In which case, that would be 64 and 1, and 2 and 61, and 45 and 8. We're canceling things out. And then 21 and 12. So the middle number would be 16. Interesting. So that is not how mean was used in the past. That it was the median. And as anyone who remembers their grade school education knows, mean, median, and mode are different things. I feel like we got sidetracked there, Carrie. What did you and Nozomi talk about? Well, eventually a translation dictionary came into our hands, and that sped things up. We found we had some common ground to hash out. We were both 17 and frustrated with our parents and school, and we found out that we liked singing songs on the radio together. Once again, not much understanding, but it was fun to mimic the sounds, to experience what it was like to express language in a different way. Huh. She started inviting me over to her house to teach me card games. But her school got out an hour later, so I'd sit and wait with her mother. She'd silently set a cup of tea in front of me, and I would say thank you as politely as I know how. And she responded quietly, but with a smile. Nozomi told me later that her mom thought it was cute how I tried to speak Japanese. But in my effort to be grateful, I was overly formal. But I think she found it charming. We're probably being a little overly formal with the aliens. Although, it's probably better than if they were trying to be overly casual, because I'm not sure we can handle alien slang. Especially if they have different sayings like we do. Like if we say, it's a bowl of soup outside today when it's foggy, that's probably not something that we're going to understand very well if the aliens tried to communicate their metaphors to us. Okay, so let's see. New word. And new word is a noun. New words examples are death, time, birth time, subtract. So this is lifespan? So, and it's an example. Example 0, birth time is 2048 seconds. Date, creature, example 0, death. Therefore, example 0, life, lifetime. Okay, so example 0, birth. Time is 2048 seconds. Date, creature. Example 0, death. So this is birth at an arbitrary time. And then from an arbitrary time, that creature died 2048 seconds later. Therefore, the lifespan was 2048 seconds. Now suppose the next creature's death time is 7,056,476 seconds. Then how many all years is that? I am going to assume that they're being nice to us, and that is an even number of all years. Yes, it is. Okay. Because an all year is roughly 3,500,000 seconds, so the fact that it's 7 million made me think it was 2 all years, and it was 2 all years. Alright, so before I knew it, Nozomi and I were constantly together, practically tied at the hip. We actually did that one time. I tied my right leg to her left leg, and we walked around all afternoon on 3 legs. All afternoon? You didn't have school? It was in the summer's rainy season when school was out. By then, I knew enough Japanese for us to talk all day, though still with difficulties. We discussed school, boys, our parents, our clothes, life in America, life in Japan, our futures. Your futures? I used to be sensitive about it. Between moving all the time, I didn't have much control over where I wanted to be. I never had a chance to set roots, to call a place home. But that never pushed her away. She still wanted to spend whatever time we had together having fun. She sounds very kind. I'm telling you, Ellen, she was a really sweet person. The most difficult goodbye I've ever had to say. I would hope that you'd get the chance to keep contact. Okay, the alien lifespan, on average, is 288 alien years. Or, okay, and the oldest that one has ever lived to be, biggest equals 864 alien years. So the oldest alien has been 864 years. How long is that? Let's do some back of the napkin math. Back of the napkin math in a calculator. So 864 times roughly 3.5 million. And then we take this number and we remember this is in alien seconds. So we need to multiply by about 0.8 to get it to our seconds. And then we take this and we will divide by 60 to get the number of minutes. And then we will divide by 60 again to get the number of hours. And then we will divide by 24 to get the number of days. Nope. 24 to get the number of days. And then we'll divide by 365 to get the number of years. Their lifespan is very similar to ours. So that means, no. This is the oldest alien ever. Their oldest alien has only ever lived to be about as long as our average lifespan. And their average lifespan is about a third of this, which means they usually only live to be like 25. That is not very long. I would imagine that makes progress very difficult. Okay. So, 3 new words. So these new words are adjectives, and these new words are alien live time adjectives. So maybe we could say like young, adult, elderly. If I had to take just some random guesses. When was the last time you spoke with Nozomi? Back then, 25 years ago. What? Are you worried you forgot the language? Because that didn't seem to stop you two back then. Oh, no. That's just how life goes, you know? No, I don't know. Enlighten me. You meet people, you enjoy the time together. You hope you make some precious memories. Precious memories. But, aside from the family you make, eventually, fate will pull you somewhere else. Oh, come on now, Carrie. I don't see it as a dreary thing. Life has its phases. It puts you where you need to be. If I'd stayed there, I never would have met John. I never would have had Chloe and Carter. You're a mother? Yes, I am. I don't think you've ever mentioned that, Carrie. This isn't one of those things where I forget that Bautista's married, is it? Hey, Egghead, you remember her having kids? I do not respond to that, but I do not remember. And see, that Egghead doesn't forget anything. Well, now you know. Chloe and Carter. Okay, suppose Alien Zero live time less than 32 all years. Therefore, Alien Zero is young. Okay. I wonder what a young alien would look like. It sounds like it would be a cute little creature. Suppose Alien Zero. Okay, let's put this information in our dictionary. So, aliens under the age of 32 alien years. That is an alien adolescence. Can't have their first beer until they're at least 32 years old. Okay, so adults are aliens between the age of 32 and 192. And 32 in their numbering scheme would be 40. Um, Oh, Chloe's 16 and Carter's 13. You had him for 16 years and never told me? Alan, we've only known each other for 8 months. Oh, right. Well, what are they like? Have you showed them the stars and how beautiful and picturesque space is? Have you told them about the translation? What sports do they play? Could they be Doppler's kids in a fight? Whoa, 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 one at a time. Okay, Chloe likes science like her mother. They know roughly what I'm doing, but don't know the full scale of it. Obviously, it's been a long time away from home, and that's been the worst part. But I think that's clued them in that it's quite important. From what John tells me over the phone, Carter's been obsessed with hockey recently. And can they beat up Doppler's kids? Doppler's children are mostly in their 20s, so I suspect that that's unlikely. Well, you better get them training. Wait, what is this even for? What are you talking about? You're ridiculous. You are just now realizing? It seems important. I feel like Batista's kids would be out to prove their worth with a vengeance. So it seems like you might need to be able to defend against them. Okay. And so aliens older than 192 years are elderly. Okay. I can grasp the concept of someone being a kid or an adult or old. How do you miss them? My family? Of course. Then why aren't they up here? We don't really know how long this translation will take. It's already been 8 months and it could go longer. And you were dragged across the globe, never knowing what your future was going to look like, but you're in control of your future now. I miss John, Chloe, and Carter oh so dearly. I miss coming home and hearing about their day. I miss hearing them. I miss making them dinner and helping with homework. I miss brushing their hair while Chloe tells me about a friend she made, or hearing Carter tell me about the fort he and his friends are going to make. I doubt they will get around to it, but I still love to hear it. Still, I'm not cruel. I remember what it was like to move every 2 years, to be ripped loose from the ground I had just called mine, to be the new kid my whole life, to never know city streets like the back of my hand, to get all that close with anyone, to never get all that close with anyone. I say too many goodbyes. I will not rush our translation, and I miss them dearly, but this isn't somewhere where they would be happy. Even if I can control my future, I don't want to control theirs. I think that's very sweet and very considerate of you, Collins. And no one would blame you though if you wanted to take a few weeks to go back and visit your family. I hope you're not staying too far up from them. A visual. Are we gonna get to see a baby alien? Okay, suppose Alien Zero live less than 32 years, therefore it is young. Well, don't stop drawing it. I didn't think that would stop drawing it. I want to see a baby alien. That cluster was. I do miss them. Remind you of someone? Not one, but two. Show us the baby alien. Oh, there. He is only 3 apples tall. 3 alien apples. These are probably alien meters, right? Like, if I had to guess, they're giving us a yardstick to measure with. Um, so, like, here we'll probably see the same yardstick, and the alien will be much bigger. But how much bigger? So the last one was 3 apples tall. This one is the full 5 apples tall. So this is an adult. And I'm assuming that next we will see an elderly one. I wonder if they get smaller or if they keep getting bigger. I feel like, with... Oh, what? Why does it have 4 cores? Is that normal for the... Is that normal for them when they get older? Do they, like, nucleate? That's so odd. Well, this is an elderly alien. Okay. 264 alien target meteorite make with. So it took 264 aliens to make the meteorite. One alien target all meteorite transmissions make with. Okay, so 264 aliens built the meteorite, but there's one alien that made all of these transmissions. Therefore, one alien target current transmission make with. So, I wonder, do you think that alien's transmissions that they made were used for all 268,000 meteorites that ended up being made? And it was not just the 268. It was not. Wait, hold on. Surely it was not just these 264 aliens that made all of the many thousands of meteorites. Okay, new word. New word is a noun. New word is an alien. New word. Target all meteorite zero transmission. We get to name the person that we're talking to. Oh. I mean, my first instinct is to name it Rocky after the Project Hail Mary, but let's take it one step farther. That's our friend Balboa. I don't actually know if that's how Rocky's last name is spelled. I have not seen the Rocky movies in a long time. But there's only one of it. She's our contact with the aliens. They just asked us to name the alien that created the meteorite's transmissions. Balboa. Okay. So, new word. New word has attribute noun. New word has attribute person. Balboa, target, meteorite, 0 as the origin, transmission, make with, and the we are the destination, make with. And our count, our count is 4. We are the team. And there are 4 of us. Surely it doesn't know that. I guess it thinks that there's... Well, okay, there's one, the team. It's got it quite wrong then. Balboa and the team. Wow, You okay, Carrie? What's wrong? I have a handkerchief. No, I'm okay. Thank you, though. I'm quite happy. It's us. It is us. Okay, so okay, we're gonna describe Balboa. Okay, so I mean, right off the rip, they've got 5 nucleuses. Uh, so I mean, instantly that makes me think that they're elderly. I mean, but I want to see them. Oh, are they missing a leg? No, okay, they're waving. Oh, and they're short. They're only 4 apples tall. Okay, they're an adult. Balboa live time is 177 years. Balboa live time, uh, in average alien lifespan, subtract. Uh, so their average lifespan was 264, I think. Um, uh, let's see. 288. So 111. So they would have 111 years left to live at the time they were. Balboa lived time 177 years. Therefore, Balboa is adult. Okay, I think we've been over that. This is the alien lifespan average is 288 years. Alien 0, 1, continue up to 263 target. So these are the 263 aliens that made the meteorite. When the date was 1,989,714 all years. No, this was a million years ago. A million, I mean, 2 million years ago is greater than 288 years. Therefore, all alien target make me. No, I mean, we knew this, but so therefore, all aliens that made the meteorite, um, and the that whole team, uh, they're dead. So I'm I don't know if yeah, they're all dead. Alien lifespan average 288 years. Therefore, Balboa is dead. I mean, we knew that. No, I don't know why I wrote 288. But therefore Balboa is dead. The alien that wrote all these messages, the ones that are reaching out to us, they all died. But hopefully, they live on, like this their species does. If their species lives on, maybe there's some way for us to make contact with them, you know, through millions of years of catch and passing notes. Okay, the meteorite make alien death with previous date. So the meteorites, uh, the aliens that made the meteorite died before. Meteorite make alien target. Aliens, uh, children with future date talk with. Uh, alive, please? Alive? Uh, wait, okay, what's my word for alive? Live? Okay, they do want their kids to talk to us. They want they're laying the seeds. They laid the seeds 2 million of their years ago so that they could talk with us today and that their children might talk with us in the future. Okay, aliens target humans is unknown. Therefore, aliens' target humans' lifespan is unknown. They don't know how long we live. Hey, wait, what? I got so excited. But what's... No, what was the back half of that message? I need to check. Oh my god, though. Like, my heart. 2 million years. And they were laying the foundation. And they knew that not only would they never see it, but, like, their children's wouldn't see it for 1,000 generations. How do you even keep records that long? Like, how will they... Will they be expecting us, or will they have forgotten about this? Now, translation team, we continue our, You all look different. Hmm? Even you, Batista. You all seem, wistful? No, it's like wistful, but happier. What happened this week? Why y'all look enlightened? Excuse me. Well, we've met someone. She is adult, the maker of the meteorites transmissions, and someone that goes through a lot of trouble to say, humans, children, live with future date, talk with. Could you, translate that for me? That's Dr. Rose's job, sir. Does this someone have a name? I must once again rely on Dr. Rose. They've named our galactic pen pal Balboa. Understood. There's not much I can say. Last week I admit the mention of death weighed on me. It wasn't a threat, Doppler. It was an affirmation of creature. I understand that now. And I see the way you all look. Something amazing is happening in that room. Continue to share your findings with me. This is something all of Earth would love to hear. Come time. As for my own sake, I rely on you four. It makes sense of something quite precious to me. We've received a gift. It's our duty to impart it to the rest of the world. I imagine that they too will get a sense of serenity from this. Perhaps we'll all look a little more enlightened when that day comes. Absolutely, sir. Well, there's still work to be done. We'll get there. I know you will. Godspeed. I mean, it's a big week, but, like, it's also, like, it just sits with you. I wonder, like, 264 aliens working on a project like that. That's a fair amount of teamwork. That's no small amount of buy-in. Alright, Alan's journal. Status, I have great respect for Balboa, but I still gotta get my fair share of issues with him. Why can't they just use base 10? Bautista's log. 177 all years, roughly 16 Earth years. Carrie's diary. Dear diary, I normally have a fair deal of analysis to provide. This time I simply picture the cluster of Balboa. It's personal now. Doppler's report. Dr. Rose is an unbelievable work ethic for the betterment of all. The first intergalactic selfie. But on a... Well, I guess it's not the first, because they sent us a selfie earlier. I wonder how Balboa convinced the rest of the team, the rest of her team, to work on the meteorite. I wonder if the aliens, 1,000 generations later, no. That's just, it's an unfathomable amount of time to coordinate it. And, like, that's their best case scenario. They knew that it would take years upon millennia upon eons for the message to get here, and it would take at least as long to get back. Unless they have something set up to where we can maybe, like, do some sort of... Maybe they'll teach us how to, like, quantum tunnel and make a quantum tunnel transmitter, something that's too complicated to send out. And then we'll be able to talk to them. I feel like that might just be a pipe dream. Okay. Well, I am gonna quickly look at that last transmission, and then we are going to end. But aliens target. Okay, yeah. So they're hoping that in the future, uh, our children will live to talk with them, and their children will live to talk with us. I hope so too. I hope so too, aliens. What a week. Okay. Uh, we're gonna end there. As always, if you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.